A few years ago, finding a good laptop under $300 was near impossible. These days, you can easily find an expensive hardware that can play videos and browse the web smoothly and efficiently. Most of the laptops on this list are Chromebooks because Chrome OS is a much lighter operating system than Windows and macOS, meaning it can run on lower-end hardware. While laptops in this price range can handle most everyday and basic tasks, you'll be hard-pressed to find the best gaming laptops under $300, as for gaming you need more powerful hardware than this price point allows for. In this video I will review 4 best laptops under $300. Check description below for the official product links. If you are new and not subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe and like the video. This really inspires me to create more videos for you. Number 1. Lenovo Chromebook C34015 Model 2020. The Lenovo Chromebook C34015 Model 2020 is a 2-in-1 convertible laptop with a 360-degree hinge. It has a thin profile that makes it portable, and it feels impressively well built, with a finish that doesn't scratch easily. Its battery life is outstanding, lasting over 12 hours of light productivity and nearly 8 hours of video playback. The keyboard feels great to type on for extended periods, and although the touchpad is small, it's responsive to all movements and gestures. As it's a Chrome OS device with a low-power Intel CPU, it can only handle simple tasks like web browsing and media consumption, so it isn't ideal for any demanding workloads like video editing or 3D animation. Unfortunately, the display looks washed out and doesn't get bright enough to combat glare. Also, the webcam's image looks dim, and audio through the microphone sounds staticky. Our Lenovo C34015 has an Intel Core i3-8130U CPU with Intel UHD graphics 620, 4GB of RAM, and 64GB of storage. There are models equipped with an Intel Pentium Gold 4417U, which we expect will be slightly slower, though not significantly. The memory isn't configurable, but you can choose between 32GB or 64GB of storage. Number 2. Acer Chromebook Spin 311 Model 2021. While the Lenovo Chromebook C34015 Model 2020 we recommend is a portable laptop, it might be a little too big for some, especially for younger students in grade school. If so, get the Acer Chromebook Spin 311 Model 2021 instead. This 11 inches Chromebook fits easily into a small backpack and has a battery that lasts nearly 16 hours of light use. The build feels decent even though it's entirely plastic, and it's also a 2-in-1 convertible, so you can flip the screen around into tablet mode. Unfortunately, the display doesn't get very bright, so visibility might be an issue in well-lit settings, and the touchpad doesn't track all that well. It only has one USB-A and one USB-C port, but for grade school students or people with a light workload, it's not too bad. The USB-C port supports charging and video output. Lastly, this is a fanless device, so you don't need to worry about causing too much noise in a quiet classroom or library. Number 3. Lenovo Chromebook Duet Model 2020. The Lenovo Chromebook Duet Model 2020 is a budget 2-in-1 laptop that runs on Chrome OS. Its compact size is great for portability as it can easily fit into most bags, and its battery lasts nearly 12 hours of light productivity on a full charge. It has an ARM-based mobile SoC that can handle simple tasks, but it's nowhere near powerful enough for demanding workloads. Also, you can't install x86 applications due to Chrome OS limitations, which means you're limited to using web apps through the Chrome browser or Android and Linux apps. Unfortunately, the keyboard is tiring to type on, the touchpad is tiny, and the speakers sound bad. Also, it has a subpar webcam and only a single USB-C port. There are 3 models of the Lenovo Chromebook Duet. They all have the same CPU, GPU, and memory configuration. The only differences are the storage sizes and whether or not a stylus pen is included. Our unit has 64GB of storage, which should be enough for most people. But if you want a bit more headroom or want to install games from the Google Play Store, you might want to opt for 128GB. Our unit doesn't include a stylus pen, but you can get a 64GB model that does, and the 128GB model includes one by default. Number 4. Acer Aspire 515 Model 2020. The Acer Aspire 515 Model 2020 is a mid-range ultra-portable Windows laptop. It sits between the entry-level Aspire 3 and Acer's Aspire line of laptops and the higher-end Aspire 7. This model sports a 15.6 inches screen and a full-size keyboard with a numpad on the right. It's available with Intel 10th Gen and AMD Ryzen 4000U series CPUs, up to 32GB of memory, and 512GB of storage. In addition to integrated graphics, you can also configure this laptop with an NVIDIA GeForce MX 350 or AMD Radeon RX 640 discrete GPU. We tested the Aspire 5 with a 15.6 inches IPS display, an Intel Core i5-1035G1 CPU, NVIDIA GeForce MX 350 graphics, 8GB of RAM, and a 512GB NVMe SSD. Other CPU options include the Intel Core i3-1005G1, Intel Core i7-1065G7, AMD Ryzen 3-4300U, AMD Ryzen 5-4500U, and the AMD Ryzen 7-4700U. There are 3 display options. You can choose between a 1080p panel, a 720p IPS panel, or a 1080p IPS panel. All product links are in description below. Like this video and leave a comment. Thank you.